Right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining me today for electronic match card training for the Eastern Counties. We're live here from HQ today, this morning. First of all, I'm going to just give you a quick background of electronic match cards, take you through the agenda for today, then we'll get cracking. I'm joined by my colleague, Benji Crossley today. Most of you might know him. He's going to be available in live chat, so if you've got any questions as I'm going through the system, just feel free to pop your question through the live chat and we'll do our best to answer your questions. So obviously the electronic match cards has been introduced to level 1 and 4 initially, then level 5 and 6 this year, and it's to replace the paper match card. Obviously this makes the whole process a lot more efficient. It gives an opportunity for unregistered players to be flagged up for the higher levels, to stop clubs being dock points, etc. It also gives us opportunity to start tracking some statistics around players and appearances, etc. And it also replaces the results agents having to be called up, because once the result is entered into the system, it gets sent to GMS straight away. So there's quite a lot of good functionalities with the new match card, which is great. Obviously, you guys are coming on board for this season. So I'll be training you guys and take you through the main functionalities of the season of the system. If you bear with me a second, I'll be switching in and out between the live video and my screen so you can see what I'm looking at currently. So in a couple of seconds, I'm going to switch to the agenda and just talk you through it. So I've just gone through the welcome. To start with, we're going to go through the league settings. Obviously, each league will have different specificities in terms of number of substitutes, registered players, loan players, etc. So I'm just going to take you through, as league admins, how you can adjust those settings to fit your league. With the level 5 and 6 this year, we gave them the option of giving us exactly the setups they need. Then we went into the system and set them up for them. So that's an option, but I think it's a good thing for you guys to know how to adjust the league settings, so you're able to do that when needed. Following that, I'm going to take you through how to make someone a match card administrator on the system. Obviously, they'll have to have a GMS login to begin with, but once they have that GMS login, I'm going to show you how club administrators can go into the system and give people the permission. Once they have the permission, they can then go onto the system and they'll have access to match cards. What we've told clubs is it's up to them to have as many people signed up with this functionality as they see fit. So it might be 2 or 3. It's better than sharing one within each club. So that's for number 3, administration. Then I'm going to take you through the pre-match, which is essentially how to go into the system, pick your starting lineup, confirm it, pre-game, both home and away, how to edit if you need to edit any positions, and how to generate a PDF report pre-match if you wish to do so, and take it to the game. Number 5, I'm going to quickly breeze through because it's not relevant at this level, but I'm just going to show you some of the functionalities that are available for in-match. For the higher levels, obviously they can enter things like try score, penalties, cards, etc. So I'm going to quickly breeze through that. Then number 6, we're going to follow the post-match, which is essentially the confirmation from the home, away, and match official, and both which replaces the sign-off previously when both the home and away would have to sign the match card, and how to produce the final PDF and the process, which means the final copy of the card gets sent automatically to the league admin or whoever needs to receive it. Then I'm going to take you quickly through the mobile version of the app. Of the match card. It's not an app, it's an actual website that's built specifically for iPads and mobile phones. It's got a slightly different look to it, but essentially it has all the same functionalities. What we've told clubs previously is to get as much done as possible on the PC version, i.e. select your team and confirm it. So on match day, pre-kickoff, if you need to make 1 or 2 changes, you can then log on to the mobile version, make those changes, and it's as simple as that. Obviously, it's probably a bit easier to submit your result post-match as well on the mobile version. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Finally, I'm just going to breeze through the support and training material we have available. We've got a number of videos already on YouTube. This very session will go up on YouTube for clubs and administrators to access if they need to go through it again. We've got a few documents on how to sign up, get your pins, etc., which are quite useful as well. So I'll share all that with you. With that being said, I think we should crack on to tackle the first item on the agenda, which is league settings. So I'm just going to switch my screen now onto GMS. Right, so league settings, as I alluded to earlier, this is the way to set up your league specifically to make it do what you want it to do. So first of all, you're going to log into GMS as usual. You're going to go to competition management. You're going to search your competition. For this example, I'm going to use the London and South East League, the London North one, just to show you. It's one I set up a couple of weeks ago. So competition name, use a search system there. Click on the division. For this, like I said, I'm going to use London 1 North. Click on the league. Then on the top right-hand corner, sorry, you should have the button up there that says settings. So select settings. And this will have everything you need to do to set up your league. So for the London North one, we've set up a header, that text that will go to the top of the card. And we've got a message down here in case there's a lack of Wi-Fi or whatever, gives the team the various contact details they need, i.e. to submit the result. Home team can enter on behalf of the away team. Normally have that activated. Teams can see each other's match card after submission. That's something you need to have. Then you've got the option whether to have the pin sign off or not. That's something we need to discuss because obviously in the higher levels, the home, away, and match official all need to sign off. So the away team needs a pin, and so does the match official. To log in to the confirmation tab, type in the username, enter the 4-digit pin that everyone receives once they become a match card administrator, sorry. So for this level 6 in London, we've said that the match official doesn't have to sign off. So the home team simply ticks yes to confirm for the match official. The third option for you guys is to simply do away with the pins and say, as long as it's ticked and confirmed, that's fine. So that's something that needs to be decided. Home team lineup mandatory, obviously that'll be yes. Away team mandatory, yes. Allow amendments after approval, which means once a team is confirmed, it gives the teams options to go back in and make any late changes. There might be a late fitness test on a day that you need to check. So that's a good option. Enable pre-match emails, which is under the communication sector. Deadline to complete preliminary lineup, sorry. That's up to you to decide. You can be as flexible again as you wish to be on here. Enable post-match emails. Deadline to submit results. Again, that's something for the league admin guys to decide. Deadline to complete match card. And deadline for referees to confirm match card. But as I alluded to earlier, if you decide not to have the referee sign off, then this is irrelevant. Then you've got the match card mailing list. So here you've got the league sec and the results agent. So whoever you put here, as soon as the match card is submitted, they'll receive an email copy in the inbox. So it's important to make sure that you put everyone here that needs to receive the completed match card in this section. Then we just move on to players. This section, you can decide how many players in each starting lineup, number of substitutes. Unregistered players would be ticked for you guys. So obviously, you're allowed 2 unregistered players per squad. So we would tick that. number of foreign players, maximum number of players on loan, maximum number of substitutions. Again, some of these might not be relevant to your league, but again, it gives you the flexibility to set it up exactly how you want it to be. For timings, you can skip that. That's not really relevant here. What would you like to appear on the match card? Obviously, uncontested scrums are mandatory, so you tick that and make it available. Moving on to match events, scoring, discipline, substitutions, all will be made available. Then once you've checked your settings and everything is as you want it to be, there's a save template button there that you can save if you wish to. Once you're happy with it, you click OK at the bottom, and that's done. And that's saved for you. So again, it's really quick. Once you log in, competition management, search the competition, then it's the settings tab at the top. Click settings, then you'll have all the settings categorized. As I said earlier, everything is easier for you guys to email us exactly how you want your leagues to be set up. It's very easy for me or my colleague to go in and set it up for you. So that's an option for you there. That wraps up league settings. I'm going to leave a couple of minutes in between this and the next agenda item in case you've got any questions. We'll be happy to answer. Sorry. Thank you. All right, guys, so next item of the agenda is how to give someone the match card administrator role on the system. So next couple of seconds, I'm going to switch my computer again to show you on GMS how to do this. Right, so your GMS main landing page, you're going to click on people, sorry. Then on the left-hand side, there's going to be a drop-down menu. You're going to click on everyone. Then there'll be a search tab here, first name, last name. So for today, I'm going to use my colleague Benji as an example. So type in name here, click search. Once you find the correct person, select their name. And here it basically gives a summary of all the roles that that person has currently on GMS. So to give them the role, go back to the left-hand side menu, select details. Then there's a role section up here where you can search for match card administrator on there. And the full term is match administrator, match admin. So select the correct one, then click add. As soon as you do that, that particular person within your club has that match card administrator role. They can log into GMS and they'll be able to see match cards for your particular club. Obviously, the first stage is to make sure that whoever you want to have access has a GMS login. If most all your members will be on the GMS, but if they need the username and password, they need to contact the GMS support line, which I can share with you later. They're available via email or telephone. So once they have the GMS login, you can go in, give them the match card administrator role, or if you're having issues, you can get in touch with us. We can talk you through the process or do it for you. But ideally, it's good for people that will be doing this to have the skill to do this, because you might need to add 2 or 3 people in your club. Once the person has got the match card administrator role, they're going to be assigned a 4-digit PIN, which is a generic 4-digit PIN, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to change this PIN to whatever they wish it to be, follow the same steps. So people, everyone, Then instead of details, you'd go into credentials, which is on the left-hand side here. And as you can see, there's a pin section with a little edit pencil there. So once you click on that edit pencil, it would ask you for your GMS login, and then you'll be able to change your 4-digit pin to whatever you need it to be. Once it's changed, you click save, and that 4-digit pin is saved. As I mentioned earlier, this pin is used to sign off on the final GMS electronic match card. So if you're the home team and you're logged into the system already, you will not need a pin to sign off. If you're the away team wanting to sign off on the home team's iPad or computer, it will ask you for your username and 4-digit pin. So that's when you'd use the pin. And the same goes for the match official. But as I said earlier, if you guys decide not to go with the pins, then this section becomes irrelevant for you. It's just a simple matter of clicking yes, home team, yes, match official by the home team, and the away team clicking yes. So that wraps up the process of giving someone the match card administrator role. Again, I'm going to give a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes to see if you guys have any questions coming through on the YouTube chat. Then I'm going to move on to item 3, which is the pre-match team selection.
No questions.
Yeah. Just trying to get to the GMS landing. Hi guys, hope you're with us. You sort of following the system so far. Hopefully you've not got too many complex questions. I'm going to now tackle the pre-match element, which is essentially home and away team picking the lineups. So I'm just going to switch my screen now and take you through that on GMS. So as usual, everything starts on the GMS landing page. First step is to go to competition management. Match card. So for this particular demonstration, I'm going to use a league we set up yesterday in the London South East. So I'm going to select the division. Then the competition we set up was dummy, so select that. And you can see here fixture. So the important thing is to make sure the date ranges at the top are correct. And once someone is assigned a match card administrator, they'll be able to see all the fixtures for the club. But obviously, if it's just the first team using the match card, for example, they don't need to worry about using the match card for that particular team. So once you've got the fixture for the week you need, if you scroll to the right, there'll be a button that says view. So for today, we'll start up a dummy fixture, Invincibles, RFC versus RFU team. So scroll to the end, then click view. Once you click view, this is essentially the main landing page for the electronic match card. There's a summary tab here, which populates all the information that you enter you enter in the system. It's got the home team, substitutions, away team, etc. So for the home team to type in the lineups, you tick the home team, click the home team tab. And as you scroll down, it's going to give you a tab where you can type in the name. So for example, type in Charlie. He turns up, and these will be the registered players in the club. Obviously, for your level, we've discussed that you can use 2 unregistered players. So now I'm going to show you how to search for or how to add an unregistered player. If I was to type in myself, for example, obviously I'm not registered with that club, so the Add New tab will show up. So I'm going to select Add New. Then it's going to ask me to fill in the details. So you've got the first name, surname, email, date of birth, postcode. So once you type in those details and click search, add now, it's going to search the system because that player might be registered at another club. So it has that functionality to check, just to double check to make sure that they're not registered somewhere else. If they're not, it shows up. You click search, add, and add them. And that means they're part of your unregistered players list now. So once you go back into the system, it will allow you to select them for your matchday squad. So I'm just going to pick a couple of other players. Obviously, it's got the front row tab there as well. So if it's relevant, select front row. Then once you've done your starting lineup, scroll down. Then you've got the team lineup status. So you change it from draft to confirmed. And click save. So once you've done that, your starting lineup is saved. What we've said to clubs in the past is you can begin this process maybe Thursday evening after training or Friday. If you're not sure of your 100% starting lineup, you can put your best guess. The system allows you to make changes right up until kickoff on match day. But essentially, you want to have most of your teams in. So on match day, you can then make 1 or 2 changes on your mobile version. So away team, they would log in, same process. I'm just going to pick a few players. Again, make sure you scroll down, change draft to confirmed, because both teams, home and away teams, have to be confirmed in the system for the post-match section to work. So just make sure that's set. As you can see, that's both teams done. Once you've completed this section, you can then go back to the summary page. If you wish to click, if you wish to print out both team lineups and take you to the game for whatever reason, you can scroll down, produce match report. And this will give you a match report with just the starting lineup. As you can see, the players I selected are listed here. So I believe the system allows opposition to see each other's starting lineup 24 hours before the match. So 24 hours before the game, both can log in, see the teams. So that sort of rounds up selecting the team. As I said, you can make changes right up until kickoff, but essentially you want to have the majority of your squad in there, make 1 or 2 changes on match day, either the clubhouse or on the mobile version. Make sure you click confirmed, and that's the lineup set. Again, I'm going to give a couple of minutes in between, see if you've got any questions. If not, we'll move into the in-match section next. Thank you. Finish the in match, let's say.
Questions in the email.
What does it say? 10-1.
Sorry?
What does it have a result there? Didn't have it last night. I checked it like 10. Right, guys, hopefully you're with us thus far. I'm just quickly going to breeze through the in-match functionality. Obviously, you guys are not required to use this, but it is there, so I'm just going to show you what it can do. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to switch my screen as usual and take you through it. So we're back to the match card I used earlier to select my team. As you can see now, the status for home team and away team is switched to confirmed. That's when you can tell that, right, both teams have entered their teams and it's confirmed and good to go. So I'm going to go into the match card again. Then again, back to these 6 tabs at the top. I'm going to go to match events. So here you can put in try scored, etc. I'm going to use this try scored example here. So you've got scoring, discipline, substitutions, non-card offenses. I'm going to use a scoring example. Participating team, select Invincibles RFC first 15. Scoring type, try, drop goal, conversion, penalty try. It gives you all the options there. I'm going to go for try. Scorer is going to pick from the starting lineup you've entered. For this, I'm just going to put Paul Chorley, then add event. As you can see, match event successfully saved, and it's as simple as that. Once you've put that through, all the match events are summarized on the match events here under the page. So as I said earlier, your leagues won't be using this functionality, but in case someone does ask or wants to know what it does, this is what it does. So as I said, just a quick breeze through to show you what match events can be done. I'm going to take a couple of questions now. My colleague Benji unfortunately has to leave us. So in terms of YouTube questions, please keep bringing them through. At the end of the session, I'll do my best to answer all of them. If not, I'll get back to you individually. So I'd like to thank Benji for support this morning, and I'll be moving to the post-match section shortly. Thank you. Right, guys, so yeah, moving on to the post-match section. There's 2 parts to this. The first part is submitting the result, and the second part is getting the match card signed off. It combines those 2 elements, which means once the result is submitted on the match card, it goes automatically to GMS, therefore cuts out the need to call up the results agent at the end of the match to put the results in. Obviously, depending on Wi-Fi and access to computers, etc. If you find yourself in a position where after the match you can't log in the result, obviously I think there's a cutoff point of 5 o'clock, 5:30. If you can't do that in that time, then it's best to have the number of the results agent as a backup to make sure that result goes in time. But ideally, you want to be doing it through the match card. So I'm just going to switch my screen now and take you through that element. All right, so back to this match card summary tab. Again, these 6 tabs are always the key. We've done home team lineup, away team lineup. I've showed you how to do a match event. I've showed you, now I'm going to show you the post-match. So here, where you're going to type in the result. There's other functionalities you can put in here, but essentially, the only thing you need to worry about is the full-time result. If any bonus try bonuses are applicable, whether any uncontested scrums were happened, and that's it. So for the result, you're going to click match result here. Obviously, it might be home walkover, away walkover, whatever, but for this example, we're going to use a result. Just going to type in 25-5. Now the system automatically picks up losing bonus points, but it doesn't pick up try bonus points. So if the losing team was within 7, it's going to automatically award them that bonus. However, if one team scores 4 more tries, it doesn't pick that up. So it's essential to make sure you pick this award try bonus, which is here. In this case, it applies. So I'm going to click yes. And that's all you need to do. You can put the number of tries scored in this section, but again, it's not essential. The main thing is having the full-time result and the try bonus tick if it applies. Then scrolling down, you don't need to worry about the kickoff times or anything. Uncontested scrums is automatically set at no. If it applies, obviously change it. If not, that's fine. Then confirm match details. You change that to yes. Then you click save. So as soon as you've done that, that then sends this result to GMS automatically and your results agent. So that's done, results are in. Ideally, you want to do this as quickly as possible post-match, as I mentioned earlier. And that's the first half of the post-match element done. The second is the confirmation, which is the last tab on here. As I said before, essentially, it's the home team, away team, and match official signing off process. In the higher leagues, they do need to sign off using a username and PIN, as I said. But if you guys decide that that's not necessary, it's a bit of a hassle for match card administrators to find their PINs, etc., then you can decide we can set up the league to allow you just to tick yes. So if we decide to do that, which I've done here, the home team logged in simply clicks yes to sign off. The away team also just needs to click yes. And similarly to the match official, the home team can tick this for the match official, yes. So as you can see, all 3 are now confirmed. You scroll down, match status to approved. Then you click save. So as you can see, it has everything time-stamped. It shows you that every user is signed off. And as soon as that save button is hit, it's sent to your league admin and everyone. Remember earlier in the general settings for the league, I showed you where you can put the email addresses. By clicking save, it sends the final copy to everyone in that email list that needs to receive it. So that's the last element of the match card, and that is done and sent away. If you go back to the summary page, sorry, it will have all the information we've typed into the match card. So it's got the full-time score here. It's got the starting lineups. And it's got the confirmation. Here, it allows you to produce a final match report, which essentially looks very similar to the traditional match card that you would have had in the past. I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. And as you can see here, it's got the division, the teams, the points I typed in earlier. It's got the players I selected. It's got the match events I typed in, the try. And that's it. So again, you don't need to print this, but if someone wants to file it away or whatever, they can generate this PDF, file it away. But essentially, once the confirmation section is done, like I said, the final copy is sent to everyone that needs to have the match card. So that brings the post-match element to an end. I'm going to quickly move on to the mobile version in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Right, guys. I'm just going to quickly take you through the mobile version, which is a web link, not an app. So people need to make that distinction. Essentially, it's been set up for iPads and smartphones to be used pitch side or wherever relevant. Essentially, it has the same functionalities but has a slightly different look. So if everything's gone through the system, it should show up with the fixture I've just showed you on the PC version. I'm just going to quickly take you through what that looks like. So. Right, this is the mobile website, not an app. Website is gms.rfu.com/mobile. So this is the link you need to send to people if they're going to be using this on their smartphone, on app or iPad. I'm going to log in. Same login you'd use on the GMS. And as you log in, it's going to have fixtures relevant to your club. So I'm just going to scroll through and find the fixture that I used earlier. So this is the correct fixture. I'm going to click that. So as you can see, it's taking me through. These are the guys, for example, team lineup, names you selected. And it's going to have the same 5 tabs. So home team, away team, match events, score, which I typed in earlier, and confirmation. So again, those are the 3 ticks I gave earlier for the home team, away team, and referee sign off. So as you can see, it's got the same functionalities as the PC version. But like I said, on match day, if someone needs to log in and make a change to the team lineup, it allows you to make that here quite easily. Match events, again, are not applicable to this league, but the tab is there if needs be. Straight after the game, this is the main section, putting the results in. And finally, the confirmation. Also, this is dependent on having good Wi-Fi connection or 4G. As I said earlier, if the score submission is a problem, then it's essential for people to have the results agent's number as a backup so they can get that result in as quickly as possible. So that's the mobile app. The mobile version of the match card. I will distribute this link with you. I think I might have had it on the agenda, but if not, after this, it's going to be included in the follow-up and the FAQ documents I send you. Right, guys. So essentially, that's the end of the YouTube session. I hope you found it useful. I'm just going to summarize and go through what we've gone through today. Showed you how to set up the leagues as you want it to be, to have all the number of substitutions, who to send the match card to, number of players you can pick, etc. So you can tailor the match card exactly to your league's needs. As I said earlier, if you wish for us to set this up for you, all you have to do is send us the details. We'll do that straight away. But essentially, it's good for you guys to know how to do it, as you have access to the system as well. Secondly, we went through how to give someone the match card administrator role through GMS. Obviously, it's essential to make sure that everyone has a GMS login that's going to be using this first. If they don't have a GMS login, I will share the GMS helpline details for you so they can get in touch, so they can have the username and password given to them. Once they have the username and password, then whoever's in charge of administrating this role can go in and give them the permission. Again, I've got material that I can send you that talks you through the steps as well, if you need. Then we went through the pre-match, home team selecting the players, same as away team, 24 hours before the match. Both teams will be able to see each other's lineup. For your leagues, obviously, if you've got 2 unregistered players, that can be selected. So I quickly showed you how to select someone or add someone to your unregistered list if they're not in the system by adding new. But essentially, your majority should come through your registered players list. Obviously, the 2 on the match day can be added. Then we went through the in-match elements. Obviously, I said this doesn't apply to your league, but I just showed you how to add a try scorer, for example, as a match event. Then we moved on to the post-match element, which is submitting the score, and finally signing off the match card. Then I breezed through the mobile version, which is a link that I'll share with you that gives you the same functionalities as the PC version, but just gives you an option to use it on the smartphone or tablet. This video will go up on YouTube straight after this, so I'll send you the link so you can share it with anyone that has to train on the system. I'll make myself available as well on emails and calls. If you've got anything specific you want me to talk you through or walk you through whilst you're online on your computer. We've got various one-pages of how to sign up, how to give the match card admin role, how to sign off, etc. that you might find useful as well. So I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to quickly scroll through the questions that have come through YouTube that Benji wasn't here to answer. And I'll try and answer that. So thank you again for taking your time out. Hopefully you found this useful. And I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes to see if I can answer any questions that might have come up on the YouTube chat. If not, thank you again and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye from HQ. Thank you.